Now for the true final boss of
This
this
is
game.
this is literally the solid snake in liquid, Joda.
I
Like
know,
straight
right?
up. Like straight up.
And you know they're not they can't even pull it off without being like cheating. You know,
Yeah.
they're ripping themselves off. Now I would totally play this fight like fair without using all of the boosters and stuff. Because here's the thing about Diaz, unlike all of the other bosses, he doesn't use like really obscene healing items. He uses the basic bitch ones because he doesn't need those in order to beat you. He's that good.
Haha.
That's like such a nice little detail, but also it was like more than 40 minutes since the last save point. And I ain't redoing that.
Yeah. You speed enhancer it. There you go.
Yeah, it's really just that, because otherwise I would love to do this fight with like, one-on-one, fair and square, no upgrades, no nothing. Because
Right.
he is a very fun boss to fight. Also, he has so many voice clips.
Good. He's the best.
Yes. Also, he is just in general a great like rival type of character. He is not interested, like he has no interest in what the main plot of the game is. He just has beef to pick with you.
Yeah.
That's all it really is. He wants to settle the score, and it is personal for him. And that's actually a great piece of like world building about how their race of artificial created human beings work. They actually have goals, emotions, drives, and stuff like that, even though they specifically said they didn't. And that just shows he wants to beat the shit out of him because Johnny humiliating him in front of the rest of his race.
Yeah.
I swear, taking fall almost never works.
All of his attacks give you brain damage.
There is one thing that I have read in the FAQ for this game, which I cannot confirm one way or another, but apparently Diaz has a unique sort of feature where he can load up 6 turns at once,
Holy crap.
as opposed to the normal maximum of 5, like how I can. Where
Right.
it's like 4 stocked and the other one that's currently loading. And see, he heals himself, but only for 500 damage. For 500. So yeah, he basically uses the most basic the most basic healing item, because he doesn't need anything better to beat you.
No.
That's so great.
And yet you have to freaking pull out a gun. How unsportsmanlike.
If this was like real wrestling, I would just pull out a chair.
Yes.
That should totally be a weapon if there ever is a similar game to this. Just like a foldable chair that you have in your inventory.
And yes, it will break if you use it too many times.
Obviously, these weapons need to break, otherwise it would be immersion breaking.
Yeah.
And also, if you finish the battle with the chair still intact, you do a special like a special fanfare animation using the chair.
Yes.
Obviously. See, even with all of the buffs that I could muster, this is still going poorly.
Yeah, don't mess with Diaz, dude. You're wearing that bodysuit for a reason.
Oh my god, I used the key.
I'm just pointing at you, Nico.
I deserve it. I want to finish this in style. I want another full combo to do this.
And here you have it.
And there we go. But will it be enough to beat that hunk of a man? Damn it.
Aww. Well, at least you finally finished with a double S rank.
Where to?
Washington, D.C.
Oh, that's pretty far to go, ain't it?
I'm in a hurry. This way's faster than getting on a plane.
Leave it to me, man. But today's Christmas Eve. It ain't Halloween, you know.
I guess I do need to make a stop at a clothing store along the way.
I thought you were in a hurry.
We interrupt this broadcast for breaking news. An astounding event has just taken place in New York City where President Weller was scheduled to address the nation tonight. The president was on the stage when he was attacked by a man, but it turned out that the assailant was, strangely enough, none other than President Weller himself.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And that was it for Hybrid Heaven. What
This was a Christmas game all along.
I mean, it was from the very beginning.
Yeah?
But, I guess it was. It did take a long while for us to actually finish this. You know, things happen. I had to move like twice in the last year, so that didn't help.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. This game is great. It's not appreciated enough considering how, like, considering it's a representative of a very, very unrepresented genre of 3D active time, turn-based wrestling, platformer, third-person shooter, survival horror games on Nintendo 64.
Yeah. There definitely is not a game that's like it.
No, there isn't. But there should be. There isn't really any reason why nowadays people shouldn't give this concept a try, or at least some of the concepts that make it up. Because like you can get better platforms, you can definitely get better third-person shooters, you can get better survival horrors, but as far as wrestling RPGs go, there really isn't any choice, and that's wrestling is actually a very great way, like a great medium to use in an RPG because of all of the special moves.
Yeah.
And the scripted nature of the whole thing in general.
Yeah.
Like, that would actually work so well, and this game actually did a good job somewhat mixing it with in a somewhat realistic way, with, like, you know, having to time when you use it, from which angle. It also it takes a really great, it makes a really great use of it being in 3D space, which, you know, considering that 3D has only been popularized like 4 years prior to this game's release, that's really impressive.
Yeah.
Especially since the only other similar, like, even when you remove the wrestling aspect, there aren't very many active time turn-based games that actually let you take advantage of them being in 3D space in a similar way. The only other ones I can think of are Panzer Dragoon Saga and the Black Rock shooter game on the PSP.
Yeah.
Because like every other active time turn-based game, as far as I remember, just uses like the active time bar, you know, in order to pretty much stop you from advancing further. There are some of the later Final Fantasies did it better, with like, you know, making you wait for a specific moment in order to unleash an attack. But in a lot of cases, it's just like, why can't I just, you know, have the action immediately take place? And this is one of those cases where it actually does a really, really good job with actually making you want to wait for the right moment. Because waiting was very beneficial. But yeah, see how many double S ranks I got?
No.
Damn it, Stan, you weren't looking at the screen.
No, I was.
I got I got 18 S's.
No, I'm pretty sure you got 0.
Try hard mode next. Let's not.